Carlos had always been fascinated by the old Victorian house at the end of the street. It had an air of mystery that attracted him, especially the ominous-looking basement windows. Every time he walked past, he couldn't help but wonder what secrets lay hidden beneath the house. One chilly autumn evening, as Carlos strolled by, he heard a faint scratching sound coming from the basement. It sent shivers down his spine, but his curiosity got the better of him. He approached the house cautiously and peered through the dusty window pane. To his horror, Carlos saw a dimly lit room below, cluttered with cobwebs and long-forgotten belongings. But what caught his attention were the faded bloodstains on the floor, leading to a small wooden door. The scratching sound grew louder, echoing through the silent street. Carlos knew he couldn't ignore it any longer. He decided to investigate the basement the following day, determined to uncover the source of the haunting sounds and the chilling secrets hidden within. The next morning, armed with a flashlight and a sense of trepidation, Carlos cautiously made his way into the basement. The air was heavy with a mixture of dampness and decay, making it difficult to breathe. He couldn't shake off the feeling that he was being watched. As he explored further, Carlos stumbled upon an old journal tucked away in a dusty corner. It belonged to the previous owner of the house, a man named Samuel Caldwell. The journal chronicled Samuel's descent into madness, detailing the nightmarish events that unfolded in the basement 20 years ago. According to the journal, Samuel was responsible for the brutal murders of two young children, siblings named Emily and Jacob, who had gone missing without a trace. He had lured them into the basement, where he had committed unspeakable acts of violence before burying their lifeless bodies beneath the house. Carlos's hands trembled as he read the horrifying details. He felt an overwhelming sense of sorrow and anger. Determined to bring justice to the innocent victims, he delved deeper into the darkness of the basement, hoping to find any evidence that could lead to the truth. As Carlos explored further, he discovered a hidden compartment beneath a loose floorboard. Inside, he found a small locket with the names Emily and Jacob engraved on it. The realization struck him that this locket belonged to one of the murdered children. Just as he was about to leave the basement and alert the authorities, Carlos heard a soft whisper from the shadows. "Carlos, help us," the voice pleaded. He froze, his heart pounding in his chest. The ghostly presence of the children seemed to envelop him, urging him to uncover the full truth and bring their killer to justice. Little did Carlos know that his journey into the basement was far from over. The mystery surrounding Emily and Jacob's murder was deeper than he could have ever imagined, and the events that would unfold would test his courage and resilience in unimaginable ways. Carlos's mind raced with a mixture of fear and determination. He knew he had stumbled upon something far more sinister than he had anticipated. The whispered plea from the spirits of the murdered children echoed in his ears, compelling him to seek justice for them. Driven by a newfound purpose, Carlos decided to dig deeper into Samuel Caldwell's dark past. He researched local news archives and discovered that the children's disappearance had been treated as a cold case, with no significant progress made in finding the culprit. Carlos reached out to the siblings' grieving parents, hoping to gather more information. Over cups of tea, they shared their heart-wrenching memories of their lost children. Their pain was raw, their longing for closure palpable. The parents revealed that Samuel Caldwell had been their neighbor, a seemingly kind and unassuming man who had offered to babysit the children on that fateful night when they vanished. The basement, they said, had always given them an uneasy feeling, but they never suspected the true horror that lay within its walls. Armed with this newfound knowledge, Carlos resumed his investigation, determined to expose Samuel's heinous crimes and find evidence that would bring him to justice. He enlisted the help of a seasoned detective, Detective Thompson, who had previously worked on the case but had been unable to solve it. Together, Carlos and Detective Thompson scoured the basement for any additional clues that might lead them closer to the truth. They painstakingly examined every inch of the room, meticulously analyzing the old furniture and the bloodstains that stained the floor. The scent of decay lingered in the air, reminding them of the darkness that had unfolded within those walls. Days turned into weeks as Carlos and Detective Thompson pieced together the puzzle, connecting the dots that had eluded them for so long. They uncovered hidden documents, revealing Samuel's disturbing obsession with the occult and his fascination with rituals involving innocent souls. Their breakthrough came when they discovered a hidden compartment within the basement wall. Inside, they found a collection of gruesome photographs depicting the torture and suffering inflicted upon Emily and Jacob. The images were chilling, serving as a testament to Samuel's depravity. Carlos and Detective Thompson wasted no time in presenting their findings to the police. Samuel Caldwell was apprehended and charged with the heinous crimes he had committed 2 decades ago. The news sent shockwaves through the community, exposing the true nature of the quiet, unassuming neighbor they had once known. As the trial unfolded, Carlos stood as a witness, determined to ensure that Emily and Jacob's voices were heard. The courtroom was filled with a mix of anguish and relief as Samuel Caldwell was found guilty on all charges and sentenced to life in prison without parole. In the aftermath, the neighborhood began to heal, its residents finding solace in the closure that Carlos' relentless pursuit of justice had brought. The old Victorian house, once a symbol of mystery and darkness, stood as a reminder of the horrors that had occurred within its walls. Carlos, forever changed by his harrowing experience, became an advocate for victims of unsolved crimes. He dedicated his life to shedding light on forgotten cases, ensuring that no innocent soul would be lost in the shadows. As for the spirits of Emily and Jacob, they found peace knowing that justice had been served. Their whispers faded away, replaced by a sense of tranquility and the knowledge that their tragic story had finally been told. The basement, once a haunting place, was now a symbol of resilience and the triumph of truth over darkness. And in the hearts of those who knew the tale, the memory of Carlos, the relentless seeker of justice, would forever be etched as a beacon of hope. Johnny was always drawn to exploring abandoned places. His curiosity led him to stumble upon an old, dilapidated house in his neighborhood. The neglected state of the building suggested that it had been untouched for years. Intrigued, Johnny couldn't resist the urge to uncover its secrets. On a gloomy afternoon, Johnny approached the house cautiously. The basement door caught his attention, secured by a rusty padlock. The sight of it sparked his curiosity even further. With a determined spirit, Johnny decided to venture into the depths of the basement. As he descended the creaky staircase, a musty scent filled the air. The dimly lit space revealed discarded furniture covered in dust and cobwebs. Among the forgotten items, Johnny noticed a collection of old toys, seemingly frozen in time. The atmosphere in the basement was unsettling, but Johnny's curiosity pushed him forward. While exploring, Johnny's eyes fell upon a large wooden trunk tucked away in a corner. The trunk seemed to hold a hidden story waiting to be unveiled. With cautious anticipation, Johnny managed to pry open the lid, revealing a treasure trove of forgotten memories. Inside the trunk, Johnny discovered a stack of faded photographs. As he sifted through them, a sense of familiarity washed over him. The photographs depicted his own family members from generations past. They captured candid moments, family gatherings, and celebrations. It was a glimpse into the lives of his ancestors. As Johnny examined the photographs, he noticed a peculiar pattern. Some of the pictures had markings and annotations on the back, suggesting hidden messages or clues. Johnny's curiosity soared, and he couldn't help but wonder what secrets these photographs held. Just as he was about to delve deeper into the mystery, a strange sound echoed from behind him. Johnny froze, his heart pounding in his chest. The basement was empty, or so he thought. The sound grew louder, and to his surprise, he heard his name whispered in a haunting voice. A chill ran down his spine. Intrigued and slightly unnerved, Johnny followed the whispers, navigating through the maze of boxes and discarded items. The whispers led him to a small door, concealed by stacks of old crates. It was a hidden passage that he had overlooked before. With a mix of apprehension and anticipation, He pushed the door open, revealing the secret chamber. The chamber, dimly lit by a solitary light bulb, held remnants of the past. Dust-covered documents and artifacts lined the shelves. Johnny's heart raced as he realized he had stumbled upon a forgotten archive of his family's history. This chamber held the answers he had been seeking. As he cautiously explored the chamber, his eyes fell upon an old journal resting on a weathered desk. The pages were yellowed with age, and the handwriting was faded. Johnny's hands trembled with excitement as he opened the journal, ready to uncover the untold stories that lay within. Johnny carefully turned the fragile pages of the journal, eager to uncover the hidden stories and secrets of his family's past. The journal chronicled the lives of his ancestors, their triumphs, hardships, and the legacy they had left behind. It was a captivating tale of resilience, love, and the pursuit of dreams. As Johnny read on, he discovered that his family had a long history of perseverance and determination. They had faced challenges, but their unwavering spirit had guided them through difficult times. The journal painted a vivid picture of their struggles and successes, providing Johnny with a newfound appreciation for his heritage. In the midst of the stories, Johnny stumbled upon a cryptic entry. It hinted at a hidden treasure, a long-lost family heirloom that was rumored to be buried somewhere within the basement. Excitement coursed through Johnny's veins as he imagined the possibilities that lay before him. Motivated by the prospect of uncovering this treasure, Johnny embarked on a quest within the basement. He meticulously searched every nook and cranny, following the clues left behind by his ancestors. Each discovery brought him closer to unraveling the mystery and unearthing the elusive heirloom. Days turned into weeks, and Johnny's determination never wavered. Late one evening, as he was moving an old bookshelf, he noticed a loose floorboard beneath it. With cautious excitement, he pried open the floorboard, revealing a hidden compartment. Inside the compartment, Johnny found a small ornate box. Its intricate carvings and delicate craftsmanship hinted at the treasure it held within. Eagerly, he opened the box, and his eyes widened in awe. Nestled inside was a beautifully crafted pocket watch, adorned with intricate engravings and sparkling gemstones. Johnny held the pocket watch in his hands, feeling the connection to his ancestors who had once cherished this family heirloom. It was a symbol of their legacy and the values they had passed down through generations. As he marveled at its beauty, Johnny knew that he had discovered something far more precious than material wealth. Filled with a sense of gratitude and newfound purpose, Johnny decided to honor his family's legacy by preserving their stories and sharing them with future generations. He spent countless hours researching his family tree, compiling the stories and memories that had been entrusted to him. Years passed, and Johnny became the guardian of his family's history. He organized family reunions, where relatives from near and far gathered to celebrate their shared heritage. The basement, once a forgotten and mysterious place, became a sanctuary of memories and connection. Through the power of storytelling, Johnny strengthened the bonds among his family members. He fostered a sense of belonging and unity, ensuring that the stories of their ancestors would live on for generations to come. The basement became a symbol of resilience, reminding them of the strength they inherited from their predecessors. In the end, Johnny realized that the true treasure he had discovered in the basement was not material wealth, but a deeper understanding of his roots and the profound impact his family had on his life. The stories he unearthed became a source of inspiration, guiding him on his own journey of self-discovery and personal growth.